everyone, I'm Julie. Welcome back to my channel. Got back from the NARBC Tinley Park show for October 2022. As you guys know, I'm from Tinley Park, so it's a good way to go home and see friends and family. Good excuse, but it's also a good excuse to see a bunch of reptiles. Excuse all the mess in the background. We are building enclosures, so it's kind of a hot mess in here, but it's only to make our animals' lives better, so anyway, just forgive that. We went with a list of animals for our different breeding projects. We came back with exactly one species that was on our list, so yay. And then the other things that we got were breeding projects that we didn't think we'd get into, and then one not breeding thing, just something for our collection. So let's get into those. The first thing that I'm showing you is a Burmese python. So we do like our big snakes, we like our big lizards. So we wanted one, you know, so since we're remodeling the reptile room anyway, it's a good time to figure out where it would go. So it's a male pearl granite Burmese python. And he's very sweet, he's very cute. One thing that we did get from our list of things, another pair of hinchback tortoises. So if you watch the channel, you know I'm trying to breed them. I got another pair, another male and female. This is the female. They actually look pretty good. Unfortunately, most of them are still wild caught, so these are likely wild caught, so I'm going to be quarantining for a while. I think they're underrated, and the only way to make them safe and captive bred is to breed them ourselves. So here is the female. And of course, we also got a male, and they kind of look the same, so. Alright, the next one on our list was the first thing that we bought at the show. I am wearing gloves because they are spicy, they are nippy, they are short-tailed pythons. So short-tailed pythons are very similar to blood pythons in their spiciness and their genetics. She is black, which means she will go from this beautiful cryptic colors, camouflage, to dark black. So we saw an adult at the show, and that's when my husband's like, yes, we need that. So we got her. Very beautiful. Probably wants to strike at me because she was doing that when I was getting her out. Here we go. Gorgeous. All right, finally, we got a group. So we got 3 things that we're going to breed with either other things in our collection or with each other eventually. People are going to call me a hypocrite because I got 3 ball pythons. If you know me, I think ball pythons are kind of overrated.
Much as, you know, ball pythons are great, I'm not really into breeding them. I don't really care about their morphs.
I think there's way too many at the shows. I say that ball pythons are overrated. I don't mean as pets. I just think that they're everywhere. I think they're probably, in my opinion, the best first pet snake. I know people go for corns and stuff. I think ball pythons are honestly the best pet snake to get for starters. But anyway, so I just think that there's a lot of them, but now we're going to be one of those people. So I'm a big hypocrite. But we saw this one and decided, why not? Let's try breeding ball pythons. So here is this beautiful Enchi albino het pied. He is gorgeous. The color is what drew us to him. Like, there's plenty of yellow ball pythons at shows. Like, you're not gonna not find a yellow ball python. But for some reason, his yellow is like slightly green in certain lights, which is pretty neat. They don't necessarily keep that as adults, but even still, pretty cool. His patterning is beautiful. I've never seen one like him. We got him, and then we got him a girlfriend, and then since they're little, we also bought an adult female to pair with our adult male that we have already, just so we know what we're doing when we decide to breed them. So here's this first guy. Here is his girlfriend. She is an Enchi cinnamon het pied. So obviously you see what we're going for. We're going for a pied. So anyway, she's adorable. This is actually our first female ball python ever. I only have boys, so now I'm looking for girlfriends for all my boys. This last one is our second female ever. She is a yellow belly, possible blade. So she's going to be paired with our beautiful normal ball python, which I know you're like, why do we need more normal ball pythons? It's just for us to learn some easy genetics. We've been looking at morphs like crazy and trying to understand the genetics. So we're going to pair those together. She should be ready for breeding in the spring. So we're going to quarantine her for a while and then pair her with our male. And then, since shows are great for getting supplies, stuff for your animals, you don't have to leave with an animal. We don't always leave with animals. Sometimes we do, obviously. We also got my own set of probes for when I'm probing my baby ball pythons next year, hopefully, as well as all the other stuff that we're breeding. And then I also bought this set of force feeding syringes. So I've had to force feed a few things for medical reasons, and I always kind of relied on the vets to give me stuff, but this is a nice little kit. If you're looking for cool medical instruments, hooks, tongs, bulbs, substrate, you know, these shows are great for that too. Got swag, got a couple t-shirts, got some, I'll put them right here, some paintings for my reptile room because I like decoration, support your artists. Some of my thoughts about this particular show. I thought the main animal of the show was the blood python. I want to start this thing where every single show I go to, I describe what the thing was that was abundant and kind of weird. So ball pythons are always going to be abundant, but they're not that weird. Blood pythons, I have not seen so many tables with blood pythons at them, which is pretty neat. They're beautiful animals. So there was, I think, more vendors this year, or they gave more square footage to each vendor, but the aisles were a lot thinner. So it made them really hard to walk through. They created a few bottlenecks, so that wasn't super fun. I went to the VIP hours, so it's not a huge deal because there's less people. So if you're looking to go to NARBC where there's not a lot of people, go during the VIP hours because you're not going to run into those crazy crowds. We had to take a break in the middle of the day because there was no way we're walking through all of that. What was kind of dumb, so this was our first Tinley auction. We went to the Schaumburg auction and that went pretty smoothly. The Tinley auction, so we went to the table for USARK and asked to buy tickets because that's what the website says. And they said to just, get in line before the auction and, you can just buy in there. Great. Well, I guess a lot of people also got this tip, so we all were waiting in line for like a really long time, and then we get there. They let in the people who donated stuff first, which makes sense. And then they're like, hey, it's cash only. And half the line freaked out, including ourselves, because at that point we didn't have any cash. And everyone had even asked if there was something special about that when they went to try to buy tickets, and nobody said anything about that. So people were running to the ATM. Of course, our card decided not to work at that moment. And a kind stranger offered to pay for us. Actually, two kind strangers offered to pay for us to get in since we had been waiting in this line forever. So they paid for us and we had to PayPal them back. So that was super disorganized. I really want USARK, please do your auctions a little bit less hectic like that because that was kind of, crazy. The auction itself was really busy. We came close on something in the silent auction, but then someone just bid like a bajillion more dollars on it, so then we're like, oh, forget it. But it was pretty fun. It was kind of hard to hear in the back. If you can get like an actual chair or stand towards the front, that'd be probably easier if you're trying to go to the auction. Yeah, I left with more breeding projects, which I guess that's what North American Breeders Conference is for. Breeding projects. So new breeding projects for me, already existing breeding projects. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more different show videos, stuff about my animals, zoo and museum reviews, just stuff that I like. So if you like what I like and subscribe. See you later.